Hey, what's up, guys? Sam Moses back here doing a nice little gameplay discussion series on Red Dead Redemption 2. Today I'm actually going to be talking about game state represented through diegetic and non-diegetic means. And to define what diegetic and non-diegetic means, so it's a cinema term that I'm actually applying in the game sense this time around, where diegetic and non-diegetic usually is something used for sound. So non-diegetic sound and diegetic sound. So diegetic sound is kind of a sound that you can hear in the world, so characters can hear it and react to it. So, for example, like a song on a radio playing, characters can hear it and react to it and comment on it, and it's like something that you know is real in the world or in the setting or in the scene. And the non-diegetic sound is the soundtrack, essentially, so sounds that characters can't react to and only the audience can hear. So that might be a song that's playing in the background for a montage, or something that is not going to be commented on or acknowledged in the world. Oh, my horse is getting tired. Yeah. I'll talk about that actually later. It's a perfect example. So we're going to be talking about that and applying it to Red Dead Redemption, because I think this game makes a lot of strides to make that a big deal. So the first thing I'm actually going to discuss is what's that? Is how weapons are represented. Weapons are actually shown through the world, so you can tell, as I discussed in the last video, is the horse kind of like your backpack. You can grab your weapons there, and you can tell on my character that I currently have 2 pistols on my body, and then also my bow slinged over. But I know I don't have a second weapon. Again, you can hold up to 4 weapons, but if I want to change my bow, or at least add my pump action at least, I have to pull it out, and I now know that I have a pump action in my inventory and ready to use. So there's no magic inventory or magic pocket, except Arthur does have a magic satchel, which he can store all his food and yummies, and it has a refrigerator, I'm pretty sure, in there where I can store all my meat. But yeah, that's just one example. Another one is hunted game is visibly stored on your horse. So as you can tell, I have a rabbit hanging off the side, or a pelt that's I skinned from a deer earlier on the back of my horse that's slung over. Just another example of just all information that you could possibly need in terms of like what you have just in inventory is not needed for an not needed for what's the word I'm looking for? Not needed for a menu or a system or text on the screen, such as that. Like, for 1 second, I can of course view in my inventory through my satchel what I have, and it says I have a good deer pelt and a poor rabbit carcass. I ran it over, so it's kind of bad. Another also perfect example is non-diegetic and diegetic is hunting game. You won't know how good the pelt is unless you look at it holding L2. So let's see, if I stumble across another animal, you can tell it has a star system on the bottom right hand corner. It's one of the few things in this game that you just can't tell unless you actually look at the thing. Oh, there's one. Come on, go bomb, go. Oh, there's a couple. So if I hold L2, you can tell in the right hand corner.
Help me.
Ooh.
The pox.
So this is another example of diegetically. I know Arthur heard that in this game, and so I'm now, as Arthur, gonna go approach him and see if he's all right. It's just a side activity that is portrayed to me not through a mini-map marker, but through a sound. And so let's go see if this guy's all right. I get to check the tent.
Hands up.
Ooh.
You trying to rob a sick man?
I was trying to help.
Bullshit you was.
You move and I'll shoot you.
Do you know that I'm in a bad spot? But yeah, I'm the fastest gun in the West. Yeah, so you knew for a fact that, I was in a situation by the fact that Arthur put his hands up and had guns pointed at you. So that was a way for the game to represent, hey, you're in danger. You need to watch out. Which I think is awesome. Great way to do it. And looting corpses is like, I know I'm looting for a fact for the corpses that Arthur literally picks up the bodies and picks them up. They're not always accurate, so you can tell on the right hand corner that little menu things will drop down letting me know exactly what things I pick up. Obviously you're not going to see me pick up a alcohol bottle or I think it was a bait that I also could find. However, I don't have enough soap and snake oil. I have too much coffee either. Ugh. This is another way to tell if I drink some snake oil. Let's see if this will show up. Another example. So you can tell I just consumed snake oil by the fact that I opened it up and drank it, which I think is awesome. But now you can also tell that I'm picking up that snake oil, put it in my inventory. So you now know Arthur picked up something, put it in his inventory. It's just a way of didactically representing it. Of course, he puts it into his... Calm down, bud.
Okay there?
So yeah, another great example. Perfect example, actually. What else we got? Your horse actually gets visibly startled by certain predators, so wolves, snakes, cougars. Gunfire will agitate it. Let's see. Actually, let's see if it actually reacts if I get off my horse and shoot up in the air. So if I pull out my gun, hold my gun up. Oh, he doesn't mind if I do it. A way to tell also if my gun is ready to shoot, you will actually see Arthur cock the hand. I'm not a gun expert, so I'm probably going to slaughter this, but you can tell he cocked the gun, and now it's ready to shoot. I shoot it back, it's back up. I hit R2 again, and it's now ready to go to shoot again. R2. Just another just awesome example of diegetic information represented and information given to you naturally in the world where it makes sense, and I think it really adds to the fact that this game feels so cinematic, which is really cool. One thing that is a huge part of games that I think needs to stop, which is the minimap. That's non-diegetically information represented. So obviously Arthur's not going to have a minimap in the bottom left-hand corner of his vision. This is not things. That's not a thing that people have. He probably has a great center direction, but Rockstar. Ooh, whoa, 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 yeah. Oh, this game's really pretty. So Arthur's not going to have a minimap, but you need to get around the world somehow, so they give you essentially a little GPS locator, and you can use that as a tool to get around. But obviously, that's not real. The characters in the story are never going to talk about, hey, follow your minimap. Some titles in the past have done that, but as we get further into this generation, especially Western titles, they kind of never acknowledge inventory systems like that. I think this is becoming less and less. Naughty Dog, I think, started that, and Rockstar really started it too. Another thing is health cores. So cores are really important in this title. I talked about it last time, the core system, but essentially how the core system works is that as your cores get lower, it's kind of like your hunger meter, or your thirst meter, or your stamina meter. Arthur and your horse will actually get visibly tired. So my horse is actually getting pretty tired, but he's not quite tired enough for him to react to it. You'll eventually, when it gets in the red, that means it's bad. And I'm also not very hurt either, so I can't really show it. Actually, if I run into a tree, I'm so sorry, Bomb. Forgive me. Oof. He's good, though. Ah, wasn't enough. I just made him run into a tree for nothing. My bad, bud. Yeah, you can tell that he gets slowly tired and more tired. If you spam X for too long, they don't manage your stamina enough, your character will get agitated. Ooh, I just heard a cougar. That was a cougar I just heard. Or wildcat, whatever you want to call it. He gets visibly more agitated as time goes on. His health core is getting really low, and I like that, but I wish it was a little bit more. That's just another example. As the game world goes on, you can get hurt. If you get in a fist fight, Arthur's face will become bloodied, which is bruised up and gross. if you, let's say, knife somebody to death, of course knifing somebody and stabbing them is quite a bloody process, and so you'll get blood all over your clothes. NPCs will react to you differently depending on how much of a disgusting mess you are, which I think is really cool. And even dirt. So as you play through the game world, of course, if you don't take a shower for days, Arthur's gonna look like that, and so you're gonna have to. People comment on it. You're gonna look grimy and gross, and you can fix that by hopping in a lake for a second, or go to a inn and take in a bath. All that kind of cool, really cool stuff. Oof. So yeah, that's another example. And Arthur's will, not Arthur's, NPCs will react to you differently and talk to you. Another thing is, if you're at camp, there is a camp system where you can donate and help funds out and buy stuff. And people, you know, your gangs at the camp, people who care about you are at the camp. I've seen it where if you are gone for like 20 hours in game time and never back to camp, somebody will come out and find you, be like, hey bud, where are you at? You know, opposed to a little menu showing up going, hey, come back to camp, it's an actual character finding you, and it's a nice little story moment, which is really cool. Or if you can, you know, stock up on supplies at camp or you don't donate enough, people will call you out in the camps like, hey, do your part. There is a little icon on the top right corner during that will let you know that, hey, you gotta go deal with your camp stuff, but not always. Not always, but the game will always go out of its way to make sure that it's talked about at least diegetically first. So yeah, that's just a few examples. I don't know if there's any other. I don't think my core is going to get quite low enough for this little play session to show it off. However, there is a cool waterfall over here. I'm a big fan of this area, actually. Oh, it's legendary. And I think actually the what's it called is around here. The albino. Oh, there seems to be a what's it called? It's not settler. The guy's hunting for gold. It's one of those guys. I've been playing and watching so many westerns. It's shameful. I don't know it off the top of my head. But yeah, it's good. Oh, is there a horse? I hear a horse. Oh, a bear. I mean, I have a horse. I swear I just heard a bull. Well, regardless, your horse will get agitated when predators are nearby, and he will knock you off. I think it happened last time in my first gameplay video where an explosion scared my horse, and I knew he was scared just for the fact that on the screen he freaked out and threw me off, and I knew that he ran off because of the explosion, and that's another way of the game representing information that way. So yeah, that's a small part of it. What's great about Red Dead is all these systems actually play into one another quite a bit. It's actually incredibly difficult to explain how much they all play into one another, but hopefully I'll be able to explain that away in my more future videos. But yeah, that's just a small hint. Ooh, here's a bear. Let's see how my horse reacts. So obviously he's like, no, please don't. I'm spamming X, but it's harder to get him to follow him. It's fighting me, and I know that for a fact. So if I get closer, he's just really mad. He's horses and so on. I can calm it down. Need to go better. Ooh, actually, I'm actually gonna show this off. Bear, come here. Oh, is that a black bear? I think black bears are skittish compared to the, I don't know if actually this will. I've never been attacked by a black bear. Interesting. Ooh, bounty hunters are after me. Well, I think this will be a good place to stop. Don't have a ton of other things to talk about. I think I'll end it with me getting a sick shootout with some bounty hunters, so enjoy. And yeah, game's fantastic. Or I don't know if these are bounty. Yeah, these are bounty hunters. What is going on? Why are there so many around here? Well, we're gonna get in a fight, boys. But hopefully, actually, after this, you'll be able to tell what I'm talking about when it comes to states. So music actually is a good way to know if you're in danger. Music will change, so that's a non-diegetic way of giving you information. I don't think I do have dynamite. Oh, this is gonna be rough. Come on, let me see his face. There we go. Oh! No, please don't make. I always hate killing the dog. Ooh. Oh, stop. Oh, that's. I love fighting Bounty Hunter, except for this part. That's always makes me feel bad. I wish there was a way just to kill the dogs to just go somewhere else. So, oh, that horse looks like Bonbon. I'm sad now. So yeah, there's an example. You can tell on the back after I got tackled, there's a little bit of dirt on my back, and that will continue to grow if I don't take care of it or change my clothes or anything like that. I always feel bad using dynamite to kill things, but sometimes it's just the best way to do it. You can even tell on characters when I use an explosion. You know I use an explosion because of all the all over their selves, and I love this game. What? Who are you?
You're all bastards, bastards, bastards!
What's going on? I've never seen this before.
Man's home is his castle.
Yeah? Okay.
Oh, don't mind me.
Go away or I'll kill you.
Okay. I'm just gonna leave. I've never seen this before. Alright, well, I think again, good place to end it. Oh, I lost my hat. I'm gonna go try to find my hat. Oh, he doesn't like me because I'm hanging around. Okay, calm down, bud. Well, I'm gonna be real sadistic. Please don't judge me, chicas. But now I have blood all over myself and on my face, and people will comment on that. Oh, he has a special gun. It's a rare shotgun. What? I've never seen this before. This game is full of surprises. Ah, wonderful. What a cool gun. Thanks, bud. Oh, this game is gorgeous. So yeah, I think I'm going to end it here. As always, this game is a treat. Well, I can see my hat. There's an example, actually, of non-diegetic. Hats are never really shiny. Other hats aren't shiny, except for, I think, guns are. But those are usually weapons or stuff I can interact with. Of course, I can go kneel down, pick up my hat. Now I have my hat again. But I have blood all over my hands, and I'm dirty. So if an NPC sees me, usually he'll know, like, oh, this guy's been in trouble recently. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for listening, and I will see you on the next one. Thanks.